Sheila, the Colorado Health Department tells us AIDS is expected to strike as many people in the state this year as it has in the past 5 years combined. Since 1982, the disease has afflicted 308 Coloradoans, 190 have died. This latest projection does not set well with the local health expert. John Potterat is the Venereal Disease Control Director for the El Paso County Health Department.
Well, I think it's unduly pessimistic. I think that it's based on faulty logic, the idea that it doubles it has doubled in the past few years, and not necessarily it'll double next year. In point of fact, that's not the case.
The disease is commonly associated with homosexuals, and state experts say AIDS will now spread at an even faster rate to the heterosexual community this year. To date, 90% of the cases reported are gay or bisexual men. Potterat says the state's fears are unfounded.
That's nonsense, and I really resent that. There is absolutely no indication to show that it's doing anything but trickling into heterosexual populations. The most consistent fact of AIDS in this country, and particularly in Colorado, has been that there's been virtually no change since the introduction of AIDS, in Colorado at least, as far as the risk group categorizations. And although heterosexuals are at some risk, it's an extremely modest risk.
Figures from the state indicate 300 new cases of AIDS will show up in 1987. Potterat feels that figure is exaggerated by 1/3. He expects about 200 new cases across the state, 15 of them here in the Springs.
Wayne, why does Potterat think these figures are released if they're so off base?
He thinks possibly it could be political. He says the health department sometimes will exaggerate and try and scare the population.